Hello, everybody. Welcome to FANMEN Beyond. I'm your host, DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What's going on, kid?
Oh, not bad. So this is going to be a fun one. So this is all Star Wars
This is
full
DJ's
Star
been
Wars.
waiting. There's been a lot of shit going on.
Oh, this has been a long time coming. So
A lot of stuff.
all the housekeeping stuff out of the way first. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe down below. Hit a thumbs up. Helps the channel out. We got some cool stuff coming up. Our big spring event, March Fatness, is coming up. We got some stuff. We're going to be doing some videos,
some on location stuff
on
for
location
March
stuff
Fatness.
for Cruise Askew. And then just all the year in general, we're trying to amp it up a little bit. Hopefully we got some cool interviews coming up and some special events and all kinds of things like that. And
We do have one in the can. We'll talk about it after, but we are going to have a couple guests this year, which will be
very
one that you've been working on.
Yep.
Got another one, possibly two in the bag. So very much in the realm of, definitely in the universe of topics we usually
100%.
touch upon, and I think it's gonna be a good year.
100%. Yeah, it is. And again, and as we try to move this thing into a different direction, we're always looking for suggestions. If you have one, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or you could email us directly, chris@fanmen.com, dj@fanmen.com. Always open for suggestions. We do things differently than other places. We don't just talk movies. We don't just talk this or that. We're kind of like, it's like
really popped into our head that way.
Yeah,
it's just caught our attention.
It's just like, like nerd talk radio kind of stuff. So it's whatever is the cool thing for the week. And we got something really freaking cool this week. So Kathleen Kennedy's reign of terror at Lucasfilm has come to an end.
Reign of Terror. I love that.
I have been, so obviously Star Wars is my end all be all, my number one favorite license. And ever since Kathleen Kennedy has been in charge of Lucasfilm, most of it has just been not good. Not good. And you can kind of equate it to when Disney bought Star Wars, but it's the Kathleen Kennedy era. It's been bad.
You mean George's handpicked successor? Correct.
George also created Jar Jar, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
George gave you the universe. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Exactly. This one he fucked up though. So, Kathleen Kennedy retired from Lucasfilm after 14 years.
I was going to say retired, not
retired. No, I know.
She's not.
I know. It's still.
Pardon me. I'm just going to slide this because I didn't want your camera to fall.
Oh, thank you.
So if it just got a little closer,
a little closer.
Resuming. I saw that foot and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
a little sketch.
Kathleen, let's start here. So you have the trilogy of movies. We all knew what The Force Awakens was going to be. It was going to be just a greatest hits collection, basically, right? That's exactly what it was. It made $2 billion, and it was...
You got your toys back.
All toys back, and it was all, like rainbows and kittens until fuckface Kylo Ren killed Han Solo, but nonetheless. And then it became the fucking Rey show, and it became... Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi, or whatever the hell that. What's the second one called? I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Last Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, yeah. So
no, you got it right. You made me second guess myself because you kind of merged them together.
You think we'd look this shit up?
And I'm like, no,
that's another way we roll. We don't really do a lot of research or planning. It's all just brain to mouth, no filter. And then we had all these shows on Disney Plus, and some were really good, like the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. And then you also had fucking Acolyte, which was horrendous.
Never watched it.
It's
I
gross.
didn't bother you.
It's fucking horrible.
Everybody was talking so poorly about it, I didn't even touch it.
And then, they kind of forced the Bo-Katan thing into season 3 of The Mandalorian, and that didn't work very well. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like South Park said, really. I mean, South Park kind of roasted her pretty authentically.
So let me ask you something. Yeah. Because yes, she's sitting at the helm. So this is the, not to go back into the football thing, like you want to put it all on the person at the top.
Yeah.
Right?
All on the quarterback.
So there's Filoni gets no blame. Favreau gets no blame.
Maybe for Mando season 3, but they didn't.
For the people. Kathleen wasn't writing these series.
No, I know.
She wasn't overseeing the show running.
Even going back to
drive direction on this stuff.
Well, even going back to like episode 8, like what's his Knives Out guy, whatever, basically just carve away anything that came before it and just do his own thing, basically. Trying to set up his own shit and like latch onto like his own freaking, and put fucking Rose in there and fucked around with Luke Skywalker and all this other bullshit, and the movie sucked. We've talked about that before on an old episode.
Oh God, that's my favorite of the last three.
Oh, fuck that movie. And then, this Rey Skywalker bullshit, she allowed that to happen, and fuck all of it. And you can teleport a lightsaber with the Force. Fuck you. Just get the fuck out of here with this shit. Palpatine's granddaughter and all this crap.
Come on, Luke had a whole battle just teleporting.
Ugh, so stupid. So
Sitting
fucking dumb.
Crisscross applesauce on the fucking mountain
Jesus
somewhere.
Christ. But yeah, I mean, the Acolyte was pretty egregious. It was just not a good show.
I didn't even bother fucking with it at all.
I mean, and not everything was bad. Like I said, the Mando stuff was okay, and obviously Rogue One.
I like Mando 1.
Rogue One was great.
Yeah,
Filoni had a big part in that.
Rogue One was very good. Although, how many times did they refilm? Like Rogue One in its first iteration is nothing like what it ended up.
From what I understand, correct.
From what they say, that's kind of a compilation of clips from the multiple filming sessions.
Correct.
Should have won an editing award more than anything else.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so and Kathleen Kennedy has been the bane of a lot of like hardcore Star Wars fans for a while now. Because again, we blame her for everything. And again, put a chick in it, make it gay. That's how you make good claims with linguini, right?
It's
put a chick in the linguini and make her gay.
It is fascinating how many hardcore fans really want to bite the hand that feeds them.
That's how Star Wars people are, man. It's just how we are.
Yeah, there's probably groups or something. Like, there's got to be some kind of a support mechanism.
I'm sure there is. I should find it.
It's really crazy because, like we were just saying, this is George's handpicked. Like, she was at the right hand,
correct,
for years, and then ascended to the throne when he left.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney has had 15 years, 20 years. Yeah. How many years have they owned it now?
Well, yeah,
that they could have replaced her.
Yeah. And here's the fun thing, right?
And she goes nowhere.
It wasn't just Star Wars. A lesser known Lucasfilm property is Willow, and she allowed Willow. And again, we don't talk politics here on the show really as much as we do. And the Willow show was an absolute just ridiculous pile of shit.
You can't talk politics here.
No,
especially not with some of these properties of the company that owns it.
Correct. I mean, and not with me who just sport shot his mouth. But Willow, they destroyed because again, everything had to be like fit into a checkbox. And then also, everyone forgets about Indiana Jones too. They tried to replace Indiana Jones with, was it Phoebe Waller? Is that her name?
I remember.
That character. And granted, I liked the movie. I do. I like the movie. They had to redo it 9 times and spent fucking, what was the budget that they estimated?
Spent a ton of money on that
$380 just on the filming budget.
It was something silly. Yeah.
And little thing,
half of that was on drugs just to keep Harrison upright.
Probably, yeah.
And fix broken ankles.
Yeah,
and
he
shit.
kept getting fucked
up.
He
gets injured.
But even with that, like you didn't see it. I have it on. Again, it's a rumor, but I have it on decent authority from someone who is a big Indiana Jones fan and has some hooks into that world. And the original ending of that movie was, because obviously, there's, Chris' favorite mechanism in film, fixed with time travel, right?
Oh my God.
The original ending of that movie, the original credits of that movie was all of the scenes starting from young Indiana Jones with like the whip and the light. So we're
getting like a river flashback
but it's replacing him in everything with her. So basically the original ending was wiping Indiana Jones out from existence in history.
Indiana Jones Flashpoint.
You were.
Essentially.
You were going to get Phoebe Waller, in the Temple of Doom, and Phoebe Waller with the Ark of the Covenant. So she wanted to, like, Kathleen Kennedy wanted to rip Harrison Ford just out of existence and replace her with a chick. So it's one of the reasons why that movie people did not take to that movie very well. I think the movie's fine.
It's fine.
Luckily, they went back and changed it, but I'm saying, the Kathleen Kennedy reign of terror is over. And again, why are we blaming her for everything? Well, why am I? Because it's
okay. It's easier than,
of course it is.
It's easier than accepting the fact that both Harrison and Mark said they weren't coming back unless they got a proper ending.
Oh, yeah.
And died off.
So Harrison Ford.
Harrison said, "I'm not signing unless you kill me off in this movie."
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Because he wanted to get waxed in Jedi, and George reneged on it.
Yeah.
So
he knew
Harrison Ford was one and done. I knew it, and even in the theater, like I remember being in the theater, And I was like,
You knew it was coming.
as soon as the light turned, like the hue of the scene, I went, fuck, here we go. I knew it, which is, it's in that one I'm fine with, right? I'm more Luke Skywalker stuff.
And for any hardcore Star Wars fan, that's, good Lord, the snow falling off the roof.
I know, crazy.
For any hardcore Star Wars fan, going back, you knew Luke's story had to end there.
Yeah.
Luke ends up a Force Ghost. There's no other way. Go back to Luke, fucking Ewok Village, watching, OG, not before, not when Hayden was put into it, but there's all his mentors, and that's going to be the next one.
Yeah.
The idea that he mentored Rey and then ends up saving her in the end, which kind of technically did. Yeah. It's crazy. It's funny you made the political thing. You can't touch on it, but Star Wars, at its very core,
it's
when you go back and listen to some of the Lucas thing, like it was him railing against like the Vietnam War and shit like this.
100%.
Him, one side was the Viet Cong.
Yeah,
the other one was the
100%.
rebel.
No, 100%.
It was crazy. When you listen
about,
to some of it.
It's about regime revolt, basically. I get
that. It's, hey, just be happy Kathleen never posted something silly like Disney did the other day saying, just give us a Disney quote that sums up how you're feeling. They ended up having to pull it down.
Oh, shit.
You didn't see this?
No.
Because what happened was everybody went back through all Disney movies and realized, oh shit, Disney may have invented woke.
Yeah. No, 100%.
They didn't have a phrase for it. It was just called being a good person or something like that. But yeah, it's like that. The company, they pulled down the post the other day because they get thousands of responses of clips from all the movies.
Oh shit.
They're going like Pocahontas.
Oh.
Like, I feel the white man is like shit like that. Like, it got dark.
That's crazy.
They're pulling up all kinds of princess stuff.
Oh my God.
We did some Sound of Music shit that isn't even Disney.
No. But it's like
it was crazy.
Jesus.
Natalie Portman.
Oh yes.
When they're in front of the imp. So this is how liberty dies.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
like the whole thing. It's like George was there.
Woof. But anyway, so yeah. So again, we us irrational Star Wars fans blame her for everything. So she's
fair enough.
It is.
Everybody has to have a focal point for hatred.
Exactly. There you go. So enjoy your retirement. Replacing her as president of Lucasfilm now is Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni started off, I believe, writing on Clone Wars.
Let's take a step back. Dave Filoni started off as a fanboy writing like Star Wars fan fiction.
No, of course. I'm saying like, as far as like actually being part of like the company.
Mm-hmm.
Writing on Clone Wars. He helped develop and write what I think is one of the best Star Wars things ever, which is Rebels.
Yep.
Big part writing Rogue One, which is why you have the Rebels characters in Rogue One in the background. They're hidden, but and then going forward into The Mandalorian with Favreau, which again, one of the better things they've done.
Mando season 1 was excellent.
Mando season 2, probably
season 2 ends with
Luke Skywalker.
Luke, yeah, we get young Luke, like Jedi Luke.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever cried during a t-shirt. Athena literally ran downstairs. She thought I was having a stroke. She thought something was like really wrong because I was screaming, and I wish I recorded honestly.
We got another Hamill shot in season 3.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
was as great, but yeah, I wish I was one of the people who recorded. Or I take that back. None of these people actually recorded themselves live watching it.
Yeah,
it's all a fucking farce.
They do it after.
If you had me live, I was going fucking ballistic. Oh my God, it was everything I've always wanted from Star Wars, was to see Luke Skywalker. As someone who read all the novels and the comics, finally see Jedi Luke Skywalker fuck shit up. It was, I don't think I've ever been happier during a TV show. And then, but again, and not everything is great. Like, I think he didn't write or Skeleton Crew, but I think he oversaw. I think
he was involved in it.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew was adorable.
It was fine.
I loved it. Yeah. Good kids.
So, question.
Of course.
So is it something that you wanted young Luke Skywalker?
I wanted
fucking shit up?
Prime Luke Skywalker. Prime Jedi.
So you did
Master Luke Skywalker.
The Obi-Wan version of Luke in Last Jedi did
nothing for me. That was crock of shit. Nope. I'm
just trying to define.
No, I mean
where we're at here.
In the novels, he like picks up AT-ATs and throws them and shit. Like he just just wrecking crew stuff. I wanted God mode Luke Skywalker.
So see, I was not a novel person. I had kind of gotten away from it at that point because there was no hope for any more. It was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like
it's the only thing I could read.
I'm already sleeping on a bed of gold. And the kids have all gone off to do other things, and we're not getting Harrison back.
Yeah, correct.
I'm not sure what state Carrie's in right now. So,
Yeah, no, it was
Carrie was off doing her own thing. She was writing movies.
Yeah.
She was
when I was like a middle schoolish, sixth grade.
Yeah.
When the Thrawn, I forget exactly what year it was, when the Thrawn trilogy hit. I was like, oh, new Star Wars books. And then I heard, because obviously we didn't have, podcasts or a lot of internet back then, but
no, you didn't have a lot of this stuff.
I had a teacher who was into it, and he's like, oh, he's like, you'd like it. It's almost like the next movie.
You'd have to. There was some magazines. Star Wars the magazine was still kicking around. There was,
and you
really didn't have a lot to tap into.
Yeah, no, and you started to hear it's almost like the next movies, and I think at that point in time, I had already read Shadows of the Empire.
Okay,
and that was a great book too, and that had brought in Prince Ezor, and they made figures and Dash Rendar. We had a video game, and we had some characters and stuff.
Yeah, you did have.
That's how it kept going.
Still did live in the video game.
Yeah, so that and the Jedi Academy stuff, and then you got into like Luke raising like Han and Leia's kids, and that whole arc was just phenomenal, right? So I had in my head that like Luke Skywalker through these prime years, just being like this untouchable, just monster, like in a good way, not like a bad guy. He never went bad or nothing, but he was just so fucking good. I'm like, I'm never going to get to see this. And I'm like, oh, maybe they'll do an animated, maybe they'll put him in a video game. And they never really did.
No, they kind of stayed away from him.
And then when the Moods would come back, oh God, I'm going to see Luke Skywalker fucking fight like rip a Star Destroyer out of the sky or something. And nope, he throws a lightsaber over a mountain.
Yeah, I mean,
he sucks on a tit.
Han I'm sorry. These guys Hamill was probably 70s, late 60s. I mean, Harrison was 70. In his 70s.
Yep. Carrie was 60.
Point.
Or 50,
so it's almost,
late 50s.
She was in her 60s, I think.
So I know Carrie passed away at 60.
It was 60 on the dot?
60 on the dot. So I think she was like 58, 59.
That was a bad one for Harley. She loved that.
Yeah, it was a bad one for me too. They offered me a bereavement day at work. They just knew. That
was one out of all the people, the only ones that we would drag her down to New York for. Like I'd given up on New York Comic Con because it's such a shit show. It's just that was probably the con that broke me. And then they just started fucking with me with the old toys. Like you're never going to get Harrison.
Yeah.
But it was like, we said no. Mark's headlining. It's like, fuck. Yeah.
And you got
to go see Mark.
You got to check those boxes I never did. So.
We got to go. Then the next year, it's like, Carrie's coming. Like,
yeah.
God damn it.
I got
amazing.
I got Peter Mayhew. I got Kenny Baker. I got Anthony Daniels.
We got
Lando.
Mayhew and Marlboro.
Yeah. I never got Carrie. That's like I had it all.
We got Daniels.
Had it all booked and planned out, ready to, and then she got sick and never happened again.
She was absolutely adorable. Could care less about like some of these people that won't get near anybody. Oh my God, she was touching and hugging everybody. I guess she's holding my hand in the picture. Like her dog was sitting there the entire time. She was absolutely wonderful. Harley got a kiss on the cheek on the way out. Like she was everything you wanted her to be.
Yeah. No, I think
Mark was too, though.
Yeah,
Mark was excellent.
It going to sound fucking weird. I think like Princess Leia was, even though like I was only a kid, I think it was the first time like I felt like a attachment of love to another person that wasn't like my at the time my mother, my grandmother.
Probably not.
I loved Princess Leia.
Princess Leia was up there.
That was rough. But again,
she was probably the first.
I take the Star Wars shit way too seriously. Like I'm way too attached to these characters. So again, it didn't go my way. But again, we're back to the end of Mando season 2 fixed a lot of that for me. That was
got a taste of it.
Yeah, it was a fucking good taste, man. I'll hit that drug anytime you give it to me. So Filoni taking over is interesting. We don't know what's on tap going forward, right? We don't know we know we're getting a Mando and Grogu movie that him and Favreau did. Mm-hmm. There's no more Mando show.
That's already filmed, right? That's coming out this year.
Yep, it's May 22nd. We saw the trailer. We did a trailer reaction. It looks fun. It looks like a blast, right? So what's next for Star Wars? We don't know. We have no idea. I would imagine with Filoni, we're probably going to get. I mean, if he sticks to his roots, we might get another animated series one of these days. I'm hopeful for a Rogue Squadron series still. I like the ships. I like the X-wings.
Who was supposed to? Patty Jenks?
It was. It kind of fell apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was all signed. I remember they had the press conference. I mean, they did the interviews with her.
Yep.
It was supposedly was written.
You don't know if it was Disney crushing it. Was it like an Iger thing? Was it a Kathleen Kennedy thing? We don't know.
That was going to be my next question. So it's great Filoni's in charge. How much appetite do you think there is to be branching off into new areas with Disney? And it's going to tie directly into some of the other stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think right now, if I'm Disney, the thing I would do is Disney. So obviously Disney is Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm is Disney now. It's all one thing, right? Just like a subdivision. You had a report out there that Disney wants to kind of get back to, because one thing Disney has been doing, I think, with like some of these live action things, and we won't even get into the parks with the pricing and all that stuff. We've talked about this ad nauseum with some of the park stuff. Disney is a nostalgia hit, and
for sure,
now
more than ever.
A lot of like their most loyal followers are there because they were raised on it. And you're at a point.
It's very much a generational thing. It's handed down.
And I think you're at a point with both the Star Wars stuff and the Disney content, and even going into the parks with the pricing structures they're at now. I think they're playing a dangerous game where you're at a point where people might not be able to, might not be able to afford or have the patience to give you the next generation of fans. They're not bringing their kids as often because they can't afford it. They're not having their kids watch as much Star Wars because they think it's not as good, or they don't agree with some of the, we'll call it the political decisions. And it's the same thing with the live action stuff. So,
which is interesting because I'll go on record as saying that the politics of Disney have never changed. This isn't, you have politicians that are trying to frame it in a certain way.
No,
but they've been crazy consistent.
Correct. What's different now is that everyone has a bitch about it, and you have the internet, right?
Yeah.
But
certainly what it is.
The pricing structure is a big thing of it. It's, you're not doing, they just released a Zootopia thing. They changed Bug's Life, and from what I hear, it's the biggest piece of shit that they've done. Like Disney Imagineering is dying on a vine. People are running out of ideas. They're not giving you things with as much care. It's too expensive. All these things, however you want to button it up, right? But you're at a big risk of, losing your puppy mill, basically, right?
It's tough. I mean, we hit this constantly, but where my family is a prime example of it. It's not, the price is offensive more than anything.
It's a fucking
for the same shit bullshit. That were going down. Yep. So let's keep it to Star Wars, right? There's going to be special Star Wars nights at Disneyland.
Yep.
I think it's May 4th, May 5th, somewhere in there. There's a couple of them back to back. And it's not that, all right, buy a regular price ticket or something like that to get in and this is the experience for the night, right? Yeah. We're having a theme type thing. No, it's $169 plus tax.
For 4 hours or whatever.
To go in for a Star Wars night. We're not giving, not all day, because I can make money off those lemmings during the day.
Yep.
You're just here for the nighttime event.
And like, there's going to probably be a couple characters or whatever, and you'll be standing in line for one of them all night.
Oh, they're doing, hold on, they expanded it to 4 now.
Okay.
So enter April 28th, 30th, 4th, and 6th.
Again, what, to bring your lightsaber in and buy a Chewbacca cupcake?
But that's a perfect example. So you've heard me rail about it with the Christmas parties and stuff. It's the same thing. So I'm going to pay you the party that used to cost me $60.
Yep.
I'm going to pay you $1.60, $1.80 now.
Yeah.
To go buy. Why? Because you give me a gingerbread cupcake as opposed to vanilla this year?
Yeah,
I get better bakeries at home.
You give me like a piece of chuffah to buy.
That's it.
Like I said, you might give me like Boba Fett or something like that with the Mandalorian.
I can tell you the merch for the Christmas parties,
trash.
One t-shirt, one spirit jersey.
I do like your spirit jersey this year.
The spirit jersey it's fine. But you know that one? The spirit jersey that we wore for, you could buy it at Disney Store.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like an event thing.
But unlike a Christmas party or and we're talking parks because we are going to segue there in a minute. Unlike a Christmas party and a Halloween party where you have the whole park open, whatever, when you do these Star Wars things, everyone's there for the exact same shit. Mm-hmm. So you're not getting on Rise, you're not getting on the Falcon, you're not getting any of this shit.
No, you might as well just hang at the Matterhorn and you can do everything else. Enjoy it. I'm sure they'll flip over Space Mountain because they've done that before.
Yeah.
So they'll give you the Star Wars lighting and stuff like that, and they'll change the music. But you were exactly right. It's a 4-hour.
It's in DCA though. You can't get on Space Mountain.
It's a 4-hour thing
in DCA. Oh no, no, Magic Kingdom.
Kingdom is
okay. So you might get that. So
yeah, Kingdom has it. Oh no, Disneyland. Sorry, Disneyland is
Yeah.
where.
But again, and again, you're doing it all with all this stuff. Okay, let's get into the parks, right? So anyway, I'm excited for Filoni. We'll see what happens. But if I am them, before we get to the parks, my first thing is I figure out what the cost is and I work out the deal. And I do, whether you do it as 3 seasons of an animated show or you do it as 3 animated movies, I do 3 traditional animated movies of the the Thrawn trilogy, the Timothy Zahn books. That's what I do. You already have Thrawn established in live action. You can do his origin in these books, and it's all classic toys, and it's what all the old heads want. And it's no offense to anyone who's written stories for Star Wars, it's the 3 best Star Wars stories ever fucking written. They're gold.
From a business standpoint, is it going to draw in enough new people to justify the cost? I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah. So honestly, I maybe do something. Are you
talking? You want it in theater, or
I'm thinking? Does
this turn into a Disney Plus?
If you do them as movies,
type thing.
If you do them as movies, I might do the first 2 as Disney Plus and do the 3rd one in the theater, like a limited run kind of thing, or maybe do them like. Again, we talked before. I think you're getting to the point where especially with the Netflix stuff with Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
You're getting into the hey, we're doing these a week early, weekend in the theater. Make some money.
You can make, shit, you saw Netflix drop the last Stranger Things for 2 days.
Yeah.
And they brought in millions.
Shit ton of bucks.
You know what I read though? Netflix, and I don't know if this is true, I'll have to investigate. I read one article that said Netflix wasn't taking any of the profit from the theaters.
Really?
Yeah. It was almost like here.
Ooh, interesting.
Because they dropped it on their own streaming service too. You didn't have to go.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just give you the option. If you want to go watch it.
Yeah. Order
in a cinematic kind.
Yeah. I would do if it's something like this, I would do it. But
they're slowly trying to bring some of those other things in.
Yeah. I think you do it because you got a couple of things. Like number one, obviously it shuts all people like me up for a little while. It might have them, hey, make your kids sit down and watch it. And again, and these stories are so good, and the classic characters obviously are so good that people who are maybe like, yeah, Star Wars might lean a little more Star Wars. But on top of that, it gives you 3 more movies where you can do animated versions now of all your characters in different, like, Luke wears armor at one point in time and stuff like that. And you
still have Mark to be able to do the voicing. So
yeah, if he wants to, 100% if he wants to.
At this point, I don't know how much Harrison wants to do.
He won't do it.
You'd have to sign a voice deal like they did with James Earl Jones or something like that.
You do something like that, or you just find a voice actor.
Or just get it close enough.
The voices I don't care about. Like I'm not really worried about them sounding exactly the same, but I think if you do something like that with these stories, it gives you, because again, it's not just that everyone's burnt out on the current, we'll call it the Disney Star Wars. It's also things like you've made every Chewbacca figure. You've made every Luke Skywalker figure. You've done every T-shirt, yada, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It gives you some fresh lanes on that stuff. You can start doing some new chuffa, which helps, obviously. Gives you some new stories for things in the park. It just expands out that classic bubble. And why does that matter? Because Galaxy's Edge, although was really cool, right? Like we've talked about before, Rise of Resistance still is a religious experience for me. Like I think it's an amazing, amazing thing. But they set this whole land during a time period that your hardcore Star Wars fan doesn't really give a shit about. People don't care about Kylo Ren. People don't like the First Order. People don't like General Hux. People don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. They've announced, they basically surrendered. Disney has thrown in the white towel with the Star Wars stuff, right? We get it. I'm saying, like, Disney kind of said, we get it. You don't like the shit we did. Here's all your old stuff back. So Galaxy's Edge is going through a time warp, and it will be reverting back to your classic trilogy phase. The First Order banners are coming down. The Empire banners are going up. The Resistance banners are coming down. The Rebellion banners are going up.
Yeah, they're going to reskin the whole thing.
They're reskinning the whole thing. Rumor is, you're getting new Millennium Falcon missions. Hondo stays. Hondo fits in the time because Hondo was in Rebels. So Hondo works out, right? It's just a character that was in the background you knew
Yeah,
about. Hondo's dope anyway. I love Hondo and Akka.
It's flip a coin as to whether Hondo's working that day.
Exactly.
That's always the thing. Harley's always like,
they gotta fucking get on this maintenance shit, man. It's not good.
It's not just that one either.
No, it's everything. Disney Imagineering is falling apart at the seams. So you're going to Luke Skywalker meet and greets, Mandalorian meet and greets, Chewbacca, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, all this stuff, right? All your classic stuff's coming back. Galaxy's Edge will be taking place during your original trilogy between, I'm guessing, somewhere between Empire and Mandalorian, Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine. Yeah. You're going to Stormtroopers. The First Order is troopers are gone. You're going full Stormtroopers now. Disney has given up. They've thrown them. They've bent the knee.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Short term, I think it makes all the sense in the world.
It does.
Long term, you're getting my daughter's Star Wars isn't necessarily, she's watched them all.
Yep.
She knows the original trilogy inside and out, but the Star Wars these kids grew up on were Rey and Finn and all those guys.
I think
so.
Yeah, and even
my only fear is that you got a limited window with the group that's aging out of going to the parks.
Yeah,
anyways.
no, and I think this needs to be the first move to where you do, and you can't just do it for
it's great for me.
An event. It's fucking awesome for us, right? I think this is a test run. I think at some point in time, you need to take this place, and obviously you can't shut it down, right? You can't just go cold turkey and just shut the whole thing down and redo it. But
and I'm just thinking, like, I have pictures of Harley in a Rey outfit for Halloween
100%.
And on the cruise and everything like that. She never once thought about dressing as Leia or any of those characters.
No, 100%.
I had no idea who the hell Bo-Katan was.
Yeah.
She knows Ahsoka because Ahsoka is Rosario.
Correct.
She knows it through other channels, right?
I think, and I think they're a little less worried about us, honestly. I think right now this is like a pacification. This is the easier ploy, right?
You can reskin it quickly and keep things going for a while while you figure it out.
I think at some point in time you have to do two things. So obviously with the park stuff, like this is great. I think even more going to classic, I think they probably should have went prequel because I think that is your spot where you had kids who were like 4 or 5 when Obi-Wan and Anakin popped up. I mean, you've seen these
She knows Anakin. You've seen these
Hayden and Ewan McGregor lines at these cons and shit. Like I think that's your honeypot is the prequel kids.
All those actors are still around.
Correct.
You can still be working.
Yep.
You could backfill that piece.
So do you do a movie where, I mean, people shit on the Obi-Wan show. I thought the Obi-Wan show was great. That him and Hayden stuff was amazing, right? You have
there's so many high ground jokes to make.
Exactly. You have Hayden and Obi-Wan coming into rumors. You're gonna have Ewan McGregor in the Clone Wars armor in Ahsoka in a flashback. So do you do Batu during the Clone Wars at some point in time?
You totally could do that.
Your Clone Wars crowd
you have a gap in the timeline.
Exactly.
There
so you can do this a couple different ways. I think your end of prequel Clone Wars stuff before Hayden flips is an opportunity. Obviously, I have Hayden Christensen walking around the fucking parks, but you know what I mean? Like
it's amazing how the feelings on Hayden have changed over the years too.
Yeah, no, and I even
the hatred that kid got to where he is now.
I'm not gonna lie, like I've talked to him about it. I've actually told him, I was like, I apologized, which is weird because like I never went online and fucking flamed the kid, but I was always like, but again, that's Anakin Skywalker was built up in writing to be this thing that we didn't really get. And then you realize like it wasn't really him. It was the writing was so bad in a lot of the spots. And it just wasn't.
That poor little kid. Jake that
wasn't his fault.
That
either.
Turned bad.
Yeah. But again, a lot of people apologize to him too, I think. And he's kind of, I think, over it a little bit.
Yeah. After rehab and near-death experiences. And
I take no
the kid almost took himself out.
Yeah. That's not me. That's not on me. I didn't say anything about him.
Blame you.
But the Clone Wars stuff really helped. Like the Filoni stuff really fucking helps. So I think you need to, maybe just do this for a year. And then we're going to go, hey, we're going to go prequel. This is Batu during the, the Trade Federation or something like that. You can have, obviously you can't have battle droids walking around. Maybe super battle droids. Could be a costume. there's some options. I mean, I don't know. I mean, telling you, one thing you might have is, I don't know if you've seen Disneyland Paris.
Have been.
I'm not big on the property. That little Olaf they have walking around might be the best thing Disney's ever done. That thing is fucking adorable.
Disneyland Paris.
Olaf is so cute, man.
I'll tell you, the downtown area looks like a bad Six Flags. It's shit.
Yeah.
They never bothered to tear down the Planet Hollywood. They closed like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And their version, they don't have the nice hedges like in Florida. They just put up like painted plywood around it.
But the Arendelle stuff.
The park itself, their nighttime show, I could give a fuck all about any of the fireworks other than I like to sit there and watch the adults cry on the way out because I think it's fucking hilarious. Because I'm like, oh, there's a poor bastard that has to go home to like reality. Oh, look at that. I'm like, it's the same thing. And Tink don't even fly down no more, so fuck off.
Yeah.
The nighttime show in Paris was unlike anything I had ever seen. The drone show was incredible. Their Big Thunder. It's look like we're on a fucking kiddie ride in Florida over here. Like their haunted mansion, like the way they have it set up, the property is a little weird, the way you walk around it. But there are certain elements of it that were way cool. And yes, Olaf is. And if
anyone doesn't know, like go look up Disneyland Paris Olaf, because basically they have, they'll have Anna and Out, and Olaf comes out. And it's not an Olaf costume.
No.
It's an actual to scale Olaf animatronic that free walks around the park. And I'm guessing there's probably a guy with a microphone on top of some built-in, phrases that's like, controlling the voice, because he walks around and talks to people.
Yeah.
So why can't you get Yoda to do that?
You totally could.
Or why can't you get, you don't need Jawas can be in costume stuff, but why, some of these
they're
other,
just little people, and like kids in the Jawa
some of these other like weird characters, why can't you have like Babu Freak or something like that? So
we used to have Jawas in Hollywood Studios.
You used to, it was great.
When you went to the little meet and greet, they'd be wandering around. Was you taking pictures at the bar or waiting for Chewie or
100%. So there's options. But anyway, I think you have to do a combination. I think if you animate the Zahn books and you, again, don't change, just figure it out with them and do it, because they don't need to be changed. They're great the way they are. And they help set up your current big bad, right? And then do this classic things for a couple years, and then go into, hey, Galaxy is gonna be prequel now and stuff like that. And you can reskin some stuff. At night you can shine different lights instead of painting stuff. You can figure some of this shit out.
Let me ask you this. Is there any fear in not so much the Filoni, I'm setting the movies, TV stuff aside. I'm just looking at the park stuff. Is there any fear that this is more of the Disney is just tapping, we're just going to play to the base and we'll keep it. We're not going to continue to innovate, because they took a massive swing with the Star Cruiser. The amount of money they dropped on that. And those of us, you've probably seen JC post online, who is the biggest Star Wars person.
Yep.
It was a religious experience for him. I'm not as big. I told you it was one of the cooler experiences.
Yeah.
I had a completely immersive thing that the supposed hardcores either didn't want to pony up or didn't care about.
Not being able to do the Star Cruiser is going to go down as probably one of the, as far as fandom stuff and things I'm into, one of the biggest, not being able to do that's going to be one of the biggest regrets of my life.
It's one of those things I'm happy. I don't know if I've ever would have gone back.
Yeah.
I'm happy I checked the box.
I think, I think the problem is that there weren't 6-year-old girls asking to go on this thing or paying for this thing. There were old heads, and you built an entire hotel around the modern Star Wars world, and that wasn't the right move.
You had an entirely, I think it was a cost thing more than anything. It's funny, for as much as people like to spend at Disney, they like to somehow think they cracked the code and got themselves some kind of a deal.
They're all full of shit. When it comes to this thing. Stupid.
Because this was something that you pulled it from. It was kind of main storyline of Jace. You created a new world where people are living in that environment. I don't think you could have done the experience any longer. The 3-day thing was probably
it should have been
exactly
set.
right.
It should have been set during classic time. There should have been a thing where, maybe the ship gets captured, like by either, and either like Vader boards it or Boba Fett boards it or, one of these other bounty hunters or something that ties. It shouldn't have been Rey. It probably should have been Luke, or again, the whole them smoking the novels and stuff early on was a big mistake, because you could have had like Jason or Justina, like the actual Solo. Okay, it's not fucking Ben Solo. So I think that was your bigger thing, because a lot of people didn't like Rey, and you were going to have a 50-year-old man shell out $5,000 to go on vacation for 3 days after you fucking Rey and all the new shit.
They
wanted
were
their own
playing to
stuff.
the parents that were going to be taking their kids that those were their
Correct.
Star Wars movies.
So again, I do worry that it's just a lack of knowing what to do. But I do think, and again, I think it is that. I think it's okay. What can we do fast? We have a Chewbacca. We have a Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
We can, we have Luke Scott. We can get all these other.
They have all these costumes.
The characters aren't hard. The costumes aren't hard. You can get this shit up and going.
It's easy.
You can flip some banners. You can switch some armor out, etc. You can have the
flip it for Christmas in a night. They can do this in a weekend, for Christ's
sake. So
sakes.
I think this is let's do this until we can figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
I think Galaxy needs an expansion. I think they need another ride. I think they need some more. But again, I think you need to live in this world for a while, the classic world.
They're doing what they did with the first movie back.
Correct.
They're just giving you back your old toys.
Which sounds, it's just an easy formula and it works, right?
Those three, the first three, meaning 4, 5, 6, obviously, they're going to be at the heart of this universe for all time.
All time.
They're you're always going to go back to those characters until, us old heads die off.
Yeah.
Or just stop giving a shit.
And then you'll turn it into like Naboo or something.
That's it.
So yeah, so that's happening. Another thing they're doing in the parks is that, because again, it was supposed to be like a story, and I get it. And it was ballsy, man. And it was, I applaud it. And it worked. It does kind of work, especially when but once the hotel went away, that was the end of that.
I can tell you, it tied in so well with Galaxy's Edge. Like, you can see where you were dropped off. So right by, it's in the back corner when you come out of Olga's.
Yep.
And you're heading back to where you see Kylo Ren.
Yep.
Up on stage, and you got the ship and everything like that. There's this random opening.
Mm-hmm.
Right to the left, there's like a store that has all the Kylo merchandise and all that kind of shit. And then there's like, why is that there? That's where they would transport you into Batuu, and then
you brought up the ship. So obviously, like, it's like, well, how are you going to do classic with Kylo Ren ship sit right there? So there's a rumor that
you can change that
thing is getting craned out, and it's getting. I've heard one of two things. Supposedly they've been working on a build for either. At first, I heard the Razor Crest, which you could say got blown up in the show, but they're bringing it back for the movie. I've also heard possibly just an Imperial shuttle, like from Empire. So either or, you can. I'm sure that I'm not saying it's like 3 bolts or whatever like that. And you could pick that thing up, put it in storage.
You can take that. You've seen some of the overhead shots when they were redoing Epcot.
Yeah.
Like, what's behind the attractions and the attractions that don't exist that you forgot that were there.
Yeah.
Like fucking Horizons and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You see the overhead, it's like, oh. And then behind that attraction is just a fucking graveyard of shit.
Yeah.
They've ripped out of these parks. So
so the Kylo Ren ship, I think, will be going away eventually.
Why not just turn that stage into the throne room?
Oh my God.
Set dress it.
So good.
And have the Emperor there.
You could do a Vader versus Luke stunt show.
You could totally have the Emperor up on stage and have the whole thing going right there.
I mean,
you have plenty of space there.
It's eggplant emoji right there. That's good. That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
It's a layup. You put the old man just sitting up in the chair. You do lightning effects, the whole thing.
God, that'd be so good. That'd be so good.
And you have a raised stage where having, somebody get thrown down a shaft.
Not the hardest thing to do.
Not the hardest thing in the world.
And there you go. And while that's all going on, you can have the music because
somehow
Galaxy
a fucking accountant. I don't understand this.
I know. We're an idea machine. It's very hard to, we don't get anything done, but we have good ideas.
Yeah.
Also, you have John Williams music throughout the parks now, which is
again
fucking no brainer.
Go back to square one.
All this shit's no brainer. So yeah, so it's interesting. Like I said, I do think it is a white flag. I do think it is a Band-Aid for right now.
I agree.
But I think while you have the Band-Aid on, give us these 3 stories and get the Rogue Squadron movie going. Give me some, even if you do Rogue Squadron's animated, give me some Wedge stuff. Like,
it's so sad. I think Patty would have done such a good job with that.
I think that movie
coming
would've
off
killed.
Wonder
It would've been
Woman,
so good.
it was right there.
Yep. And it would have been weird having, I mean, I would hope they do it with Wedge and like, obviously you have to recast Dennis Lost, whatever. By the way, Star Wars has me, I get to meet Dennis Lawson this year or last year, and it was amazing. I love Wedge and Tilly so much. Again, because I read all the Rogue Squadron books, I played the games, and Wedge is basically
That was your boy.
Ethan. What was Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible's name?
Ethan Hunt.
He was Ethan Hunt basically with an X-wing. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy I'm getting my stuff. It means I got to get my, and they're going to get me down there.
Oh, of course. No question.
I mean, I was going to go down anyway because
we considered the California.
Yeah.
Thing just to pop.
I
we're going to do it once next year, so maybe we'll do the long weekend out there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We're trying to balance it with like school visits and shit.
Yeah. I'm hoping there'll be some,
they'll do something here.
I'm hoping I can get tickets to Celebration next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping they do something with Star Wars with Celebration because it's going to be in LA, but.
That's a good one to go to because all the actors are already out there.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. Unlike Celebration.
Fingers crossed I can figure it out and I can afford it and I can get the tickets actually. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah. So I think it's a Band-Aid. I think it's a necessity. I'm excited for it. Give me some more stuff in my, it's just, what the biggest thing too is like, it's not even like, it doesn't have to be classic True Time, but they have to, and again, they don't have to obviously because like, fuck me, right? Who cares about me? But like, I'm using me as like
they like money though.
A
so
symbolism for our, make us care again. You have to get us emotionally invested again.
Nope. Excellent point. He's okay. Don't worry about it.
I cough my ass off because it's bad air quality right now.
Yeah.
Because even someone like me where I'm their favorite kind, right? I am a giant toddler who's not fiscally responsible, right? We talk about this all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to move you. Like,
it doesn't.
And you'll be apologist too. If they give you just a little of what you want, you're right back in.
When we went down to Disneyland last summer, I built a lightsaber because they had limited edition parts. I haven't bought, I didn't buy Balin's Skull. I didn't buy any of these Acolyte ones. Actually, I take that back. I bought the Wookiee one because it was wooden. It looked like wood. It was fucking cool looking, right?
It was cool looking.
And it was on sale, right? Like I haven't bought any like these. You can go out and buy these big fucking sets they've done for the shows. No one's buying them. Action figures. I think the only Black Series figure I have bought was the Skeleton Crew ones, and they were all on clearance.
Okay.
I got Smee SM33. It's Mr. It's no.
Yeah.
It doesn't know. In Skeleton Crew, the first mate on the ship, it's SM33 because he's Mr. Smee. And I love Peter Pan, so I love Mr. Smee. And I got all the kids on Amazon Haul for $7 a piece. And Jude Law for $8 or something like that. So even me, I'm not buying the figures. I'm not buying the helmets.
No, I can't tell you.
You have me completely detached from anything right now.
I'm trying to think of what was the last Star Wars thing. A Lego. They came out with the Star Wars logo, the classic lettering.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lego. I bought that.
I didn't even.
They have every helmet out there in Legos.
They have
so many sets, and I haven't touched any of it.
Yeah, even with me, I had to back off the Chopper Lego because I love Chopper. So I haven't bought any Legos in years, but I'm not buying the action
classic
figures.
lettering. I'm I'll throw it in the theater.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
It's cool, but
it's cool. Yeah,
it was a $50 set, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not $80 or $100 for a helmet.
Or something $300 fucking ships.
Can't do it.
The things are hitting clearance. You did the Dark Falcon hit clearance.
God, you're gonna have a field day at Target. The one in Marlboro, the amount of clearance shit.
Yeah, I was
everywhere.
There.
Every end cap.
So I'm not buying Black Series figures. I didn't buy any of the Andor ones. I'm watching the show still and stuff. But I'm not as attached right now. And you have to get me back. Especially right now, my focus for this year, which we'll talk about in another episode, we're gonna talk about some of the stuff coming for the year. Right now, I think my main pop culture focus is Masters of the Universe because we're getting a He-Man movie this year that I think is gonna be horrible, but amazing all at the same time.
Yeah.
And you have nothing from Star Wars that's kind of pulling at my heartstrings or whatever. So this will get me down there. I was going down for Muppets anyway. We were gonna try to do a weekend where we had do Epcot and Studios. We wanted to hit the Soarin' remake for the 250 for the quad millennial of the country.
Yeah.
And we want to hit Muppets, obviously.
As soon as they open that.
But now you're throwing well, fuck, I might have to book a second Hollywood Studios day because I might have to go punch around Galaxy's Edge for a day. We'll see.
Cool.
But anyway, So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into Mount Fanmore.
All right, Mount Fanmore. What do you want to do this week?
Mount Fanmore this week. Mount Fanmore of classic characters we want to roam around Galaxy's Edge, whether it's for a meet and greet or just like to be around or whatever. They're doing more of this, Luke and Mando aside. So, who's your list? What are your characters that you want in this new classic version of Galaxy's Edge?
My number one would honestly be the same. I want the whole set, right? I would want the Emperor's throne room. Like being able to take a shot with the Emperor, him sitting in the chair.
That's pretty fucking... Dude, you have a fucking killer idea about that right now. You do. And even like...
It's so much cheaper than doing a ship.
It is. And again, you can do a stunt show and you have another attraction.
There you go.
Could you imagine? And like they don't do it in Florida. Over in that corner in California, I think I told you. And we never talked about it when I came back from Disneyland. I fucked that up, but they do a projection on the rocks during fireworks. So you can sit down in Galaxy's Edge and they do like a lightsaber, everyone raises your lightsaber thing, and you can still see the fireworks, but it's all the music of Star Wars and all the projection of Star Wars like they do on the castle. It smokes the castle show. We
did the Star Wars nights in Hollywood Studios right after they opened Galaxy's Edge, and they were doing it on the Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
And that whole courtyard was all Star Wars.
It was awesome. So you could time something where on the rocks where Palpatine, like as he like is shocking Vader, it goes up on the rocks and it starts going like into like, you could start flashing back to, it could be like Vader getting shocked and it could flash back to like baby Anakin and Hayden and all these Anakin and Obi-Wan and all the prequel people have
it's a layup.
like a flashback as he's dying basically with the fire. It was fucking so cool. That's a good one. Emperor's a good one. My number one's also a bad guy. When they did the special editions, you had Jabba not laying on the barge. You had him walking around.
Walking around talking.
I want Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba was my first one.
Okay, there we go.
But I would go either way. I would be fine. I've seen, and they've done it before, where they actually had Jabba sitting there. Like you could sit.
I'd be cool with that.
I'd be able to sit there.
With Salacious
Crumb sitting there, the whole thing.
And I mean,
we can have the band sitting in the back if we want.
I would put Bib Fortuna on that too. I want Jabba and Bib Fortuna.
I like that.
That'd be fucking so cool.
I mean, I know this one's going to be on both of ours. We just throw Ahsoka on the list.
Yeah, Ahsoka's on there.
That's an easy one.
Because you got to do something that's current, and obviously Ahsoka's pretty well respected
she's kind of
as a
everywhere
character.
there. That's an easy one too. You have Ashley back at the parks all the time.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think you can have Rosario do a meet and greet, but
no. And
that's an easy one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting into some weird stuff. I'll get an easy one out of the way first. I want Wicket.
I thought about that one. I was trying to remember. I couldn't place whether or not there was a Ewok meet and greet before.
There has been. So when I went to the world premiere of Star Wars Episode 7. So all 3 movies that Disney had control of, I was in Florida for the premiere. They did like a red carpet thing, whatever. I had special tickets, all that stuff. When they did the party for the first one, it was obviously a bigger deal, and they had this huge thing at Hollywood Studios after. That's where we got the sneak peek of Galaxy's Edge, and it was hosted by Ward Davis. It was awesome. And over near Star Tours, they had like Tebow and Wicket and all this stuff, and I think Wicket might have actually been Warwick Davis. He kind of gave some nudges and winks, about when I asked him, talking to him and stuff like that, and made me think it might actually been Warwick Davis. So, but Wicket is.
I don't like to think that he was that hard up for money.
No, I think he did. I think he did it. I think he wanted to do it. Honestly, if it was even him, right? I don't know. But I just think Wicket is. They had the costume already, and I think the Ewoks.
They have them, yeah.
And the Ewoks are there for the classic people and for the kids.
Excellent. I just noticed I got to go soon.
Okay, yeah, we're almost done.
All right, my next one, I want Akbar.
Admiral Akbar, yes. I didn't think about that. Yep.
And we know they already have the costumes.
Yep.
Like we've seen Akbar.
Yep. One, I don't have the costume, but I want them, they're doing the, changing the music around the Olga's Cantina, and they're sprucing up a little bit. I want Max Rebo.
Yeah.
I want the big blue elephant.
That'd be amazing. We need the entire band, though. If he's going to be on the keys, you got to have the whole band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And you could do like some kind of jam session with him. You could do Finger and Dan too, and you could do like this whole thing. And
I like that.
Yeah. I
like that. One that we both talked about, and I can't remember, I think I've seen him on the cruise, but not in the park, would be Boba.
Yeah, Boba Fett would be, that would be, obviously, the line would be fucking insane, right? And classic Boba Fett, not this Book of Boba Fett bullshit.
It's, where You know where I saw Boba? It was at one of the Star Wars nights.
nights.
He was one of the characters they brought up. Because I know I've seen him
Yeah,
somewhere.
they've had him for Star Wars Weekend too. I just couldn't get anywhere near him.
Yeah, that was one of the ticketed event kind of things.
Yep. I think so. Obviously, I'm a big X-Wing honk, right? And it's doing an X-Wing pilot's easy, right? So you could do whatever. I want Porkins. Find me a heavyset guy with a red beard, put him in an X-Wing costume, let me go up and fucking dap him up. And
I mean, it's by that stretch, pick your big three.
Yeah.
You can throw any of them in a costume.
Yep, 100%.
They can find a girl that's going to look enough like Leia.
Yeah, and they'll do it.
You can find enough. I mean, I hate to say it, Harrison's easy.
Yeah.
I've seen a decent-looking, dark-haired guy.
They've had Han Solo for Star Wars Weekends before.
It's
easy.
got that. I mean, throwing somebody in the Luke content.
Han and Chewie. Let's do it.
I mean, you can do all those. So
okay.
I like it.
Cool. Any more?
No, that was my entire list.
Yeah, I mean, I would throw I would on a bounty hunter besides Boba Fett. I like Bosk.
Bosk is awesome.
Bosk is fucking so dope looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Jabba the Hutt, Jeb Porkins, Max Rebo, Bosk, Wicket, Ahsoka, the Emperor, Admiral Akbar, and Boba Fett. So, by default, by Mount Fanmore rules, Jabba the Hutt and Ahsoka go to the top.
They have to go because they were both there. I'm going to lean heavy on that Emperor. I love that idea.
Your whole Emperor setup is gold.
It just plays into the photo ops. It plays into the... You can photo op show, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And you already have a built-in place for it there.
I mean, it's so no-brainer. It's so no-brainer.
It seems easy.
With that, I want to, obviously, you basically just ran the table. This is all you. I really, and it could be a costume, and I like the Max Rebo thing.
I'm good with it.
It's cool, man. Yeah. And you could have him
I think I've seen, I go with Max.
Okay.
I know I've seen Boba.
Yeah. And he'll go.
I know I've seen Wicket.
He'll be around.
Akbar is kind of a layup because they already have the costume.
Yeah. And much like all your Emperor stuff,
the big threes are all going to be there. So.
I'm fully upset that your Emperor idea is so bulletproof. It's I should have thought of it, but
it's easy.
The Max Rebo stuff. I'm not saying you rip DJ Rex out of Oga's, but you could replace it with Max Rebo.
Of course,
you could do Max Rebo you could do a street concert with dancers and shit, and then photos after, and you could be
it's there.
Hollywood Studios for the longest time had this band Mulch, Sweat, and Shears, and it was awesome. Why can't you have Max Rebo come down?
You could totally do it
as it could be almost like a parade, and they could do cover songs and stuff in Star Wars. It would be awesome.
It's a layup. Totally do that.
Okay, everyone. The Mount Fanmore of classic characters we want this new time warped Galaxy's Edge are Jabba the Hutt, Ahsoka Tano, the Emperor, and Max Rebo.
Love it.
There we go. Again, it's a new wave of Star Wars. And again, I shit on Kathleen Kennedy. It's not nothing personal. It's just the way it is, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, everyone, like and subscribe. Don't forget, hit us up. Any of the socials, send us messages. Tell your friends, fake internet point, all that stuff. If you're seeing any of these clips on TikTok, the full show is available on fanmenpod.com. Granted, if you're seeing these clips on TikTok, you're not getting this portion of the show. There'll be a link, though. You'll click on it. Hopefully that's why you're here. But again,
there you go.
I'm DJ Gove. This is Chris Davis.
Chris Davis.
Everyone have a good night.
Later, kids.